Ever heard of this floating stones and want to see it in real and experience how it actually feels? So let's explore with me this beautiful Hindu destination. It's a famous Hindu worship place and also known as the last land of our India. So let's explore with me. This beautiful place is known as Rameshwaram, and Rameswaram is a town on the Pamban Island in the southern part of India called Tamil Nadu. It's famous for the Ramanathaswamy Temple, a Hindu pilgrimage site which is famous for many corridors, huge pillars, and there are multiple water tanks which is considered to be as the holy water where Hindus actually, come there, take a dip and clear their sins. And a lot of devotees take part in this Agni Theertham, which is on the beach of the temple. There's also a famous chakra here, which is said to bear, the imprints of Lord Rama. I'm not sure how true this is, but I'll definitely take a look at it and let you know if I've ever seen it. After reaching Rameshwaram, which is a heavily associated with lot of stories of Lord Rama, who's left this Indian land to rescue his wife Sita from Ravana, who's actually kidnapped her basically and took her to Sri Lanka, and that is the reason why the Varanasi, the monkeys, actually built the whole bridge of that floating stone to reach Lanka. And another best thing about this place is that it's really impossible that you cannot actually skip any story of Lord Rama. Everywhere you go, you find one Hindu Teertham, like Lakshman Teertham, Bhim Teertham, Vibhishan Teertham, Hanuman Panchmukhi Temple, apart from the famous Rameshwaram Temple. So it's really crazy. It feels like I'm in one of the most religious places of India. Another best thing about this place is that it is really possible to see the shores of Sri Lanka from certain points in Rameshwaram. Since Rameshwaram is located in the southernmost tip of India and it is separated from Sri Lanka just by approximately 30 kilometers wide, so it's really easy for anyone to see Sri Lanka from a particular point. Another crazy fact about seeing the Sri Lanka or this whole visible bridge is that till 15th century, it was really walkable to reach Sri Lanka from India, but unfortunately it submerged in 1480 during a huge cyclone. Even now, it's just approx 3 to 30 feet deep. Okay, in that depth you can see the stones, and you won't believe it. Yes, it is true. I myself was able to see it, and there are some other facts, like according to Islamic records, a monk named Adam who crossed that bridge to reach Sri Lanka to do some meditation. So that's why the whole bridge is also called as the Adam's Bridge. So from Chennai or from Madurai, there used to be a train which directly connects to Rameshwaram Temple, which goes on top of this beautiful Pamban Bridge, which is on top of the sea. But unfortunately, due to some construction work, the trains are actually not available. So the train goes until Mandapam, and from there you can take local buses which cost you around like 40 rupees or 25 rupees. And the best thing about is this whole journey is like, if you are having your own transport, you can actually go on a long drive on top of this beautiful bridge, stop by in between and take a look of this beautiful bridge, newly constructed bridge, which is said to be in between, like how we have seen in London Bridge, right? The bridge actually opens in the middle and the cruise or the ship goes from between. So I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I mean, as per the construction, it really looks like, yeah, it's actually true that the bridge actually opens in between. This is crazy. I'm waiting for this bridge to get inaugurated and see how it actually works. So I'm very excited about this, and it's one of the most beautiful, clean bridge, I would say. Dhanushkodi is the last land of India. It's the last beach, which is Dhanushkodi beach lies in the tip of Rameshwaram Island, and in this beach, the Bay of Bengal and the Gulf of Mannar Sea of Indian Ocean actually merges. So this place is the last land of India, and is the best part of this place is that you can see Sri Lanka, which is hardly like 5 to 7 kilometers away. Definitely you cannot see it with your naked eyes, but there are a lot of telescopes placed there which cost you approximately 20 to 50 rupees. Just try negotiating if you can, like 20 rupees. 20 rupees is like what I got it for, and you can actually see the shores of Sri Lanka. This is crazy, right? But the water is so clean, and with that telescope I was actually able to see Sri Lanka. This is like wow. Another best thing about this place is that the water is so clean and so pure. Like you'll actually not feel you're in India. The water is so pure, like just pure blue everywhere. And since I hired a bike and I reached this place by a bike, obviously there are autos available, there are private cabs which are really expensive, and the government buses do not come here. So getting your own vehicle or coming by share taxi or the autos are really expensive. So what I did is I hired a bike, and the best part was the bike journey. So a narrow road with waters on both the sides and just a road. So I felt like I'm actually walking, I'm actually riding on top of like some place where I have just water around me. It's so beautiful. Like if you are visiting to this place called Dhanushkodi, then try going on your own. Such an amazing bike journey, and it's one of my best bike journey ever experience of my life. And just on the way you'll find this temple, Ram's temple, where which is where you can actually find the feet of Lord Rama imprinted on the stone, and that is the place from where Rama actually saw Sri Lanka with his eyes and decided to go through Dhanushkodi because that's the shortest path, and that is how the whole Varanasi story actually began. Another amazing thing about going to Dhanushkodi is that if you're a non-veg lover, then there are these fresh fish available, and they actually fry it, cook it the way how you want, and it's actually cooked right in front of your eyes, and it tastes so good. And the best thing is like they try to cook in the local fisherman style, like the guys actually cook it, and it's awesome. So overall, if you ask me personally, then I think Rameshwaram is a one-day trip, and apart from the Pamban Bridge, the famous Theertham or the Jyotirling and Dhanushkodi, I did not find anything great about this place, and I think one day is really good. And if you're a Hindu, you'll actually you need 2 days to visit all the temples like I mentioned, like Panchmukhi, main Rameshwaram temple, and lot more. Apart from that, there's nothing great at this place, so one day trip is definitely worth it, especially the Pamban Bridge, Dhanushkodi, and the floating stone. If you're missing, like I said, you can go to Panchmukhi. But do let me know in comments if you believe that the Ram Setu is real or not, and let's stay tuned until my next exploring experience to another place.